I met Alana back when our children were going to St. Elizabeth Ann Seton School, and they are now much older.
She's a little younger than I am, so I guess I have to go back to 75 years.
Actually, I met Alana the year before I joined the board. My husband was already on the board, and she amazed me.
If I had to describe Alana in 3 words, I would find it very difficult to just sort out 3 words. But I do find her very enthusiastic, ambitious, and hardworking.
She's a well-known figure in Dunkirk and Fredonia and the surrounding areas. She steps up to the plate, and you'd never think that she would be the one that would spur something on. She just gets things done.
Just pick up the local paper or one of the little papers in town, and Alana was either doing something or part of something or giving service to others. Particular that I can remember is her work with the hospital, especially with the auxiliary, I think it was. Also with the Scouts.
Alana has done a lot of great things for the library, both in her tenure as a board member and just as a local citizen. She has been an extremely generous donor to our children's program in particular. The summer reading program was a particular passion project for her, and she really loved supporting that. She has helped the library get security systems, new furniture as it was needed, and a whole lot of supplies for the children's room, including a brand new laminator, an air conditioner, a lot of terrific things.
Alana is a non-assuming person. She's gracious, she's kind, she's very humble. She is always looking out to help other people to the best of her ability. And she's just a wonderful, kind-spirited person.
She sets goals for herself and pushes to get them. And if anybody wants help, they want things or they need things, she's the first one there to say, okay, I'll do that.
She was willing to say, well, what do you need for the parish? And she came forth and I says, well, these are some of the needs that we have. And I gave her a list of things, and she opted to take care of the bells. A beautiful symbol of the bells, because the bells not only calling people to worship, but it goes out to years ago to tell people time. And of course, time with us in the church is forever, because we're in God. And you just think of Alana's willingness to do that. And I can remember the day that the bells returned after they were taken down, and Alana was there for the rededication of the bells with the St. Hyacinth school community. And the beautiful part of the bells of calling the community to prayer, but also a willingness to give of her time and her efforts to allow that to be part of the community as they would sound for many, many years.
She's always got a new idea, or she's got a new thought, and yet she's very careful to present them in a way that's going to be accepted. And she also is very careful to accept everybody else's ideas.
Once again, it's hard to find one thing. And I don't know what she would consider her most significant accomplishment. But I think her time and energies at Camp Gross is certainly one of the highlights.
A couple years, 3 years ago, she came to our board of directors at Camp Gross. She is also on the board. And she had been to another function, and they were raising money by selling bricks. So she said she would like to take that on as a fundraiser for Camp Gross.
50 bricks was her goal. She is now 5 times that. So it's just, that to me is amazing, in that she was even surprised herself.
One evening at one of our meetings, we noticed that the flag out in front of the camp needed to be replaced. So we talked about purchasing one, and Alana said, well, let me see what I can do. And she called a congressman, and a few days later, we had a brand new flag, and it had been flown over the Capitol. She saw a need for a sidewalk that went to the heated bathhouse. So she donated money for that. And because she said with people with walkers or wheelchairs needed something that was smooth. We needed new stoves in the kitchen because ours were very old. We had gotten a small grant, but she donated the rest of it.
Her enthusiasm is contagious. Things that she wants to do, things that she does, she is constantly making others feel that same excitement about a particular project.
Alana inspires me with her generosity and her dedication to the community. I can't think of a time that Alana saw a need in the community and didn't rise to meet it.
She's just a spry lady.
The legacy that I would hope would be left behind for Alana, that people would step up to the plate and try to emulate her.
I think that the legacy that Alana leaves is the importance of investing in your community. Taking the resources that you have as an individual and applying them to help others. She was never afraid to do that.
Just her enthusiasm, her generosity, her ability to do whatever she wants to do, and how she's done what she's done with her 6 children and her husband and a huge big house and all her education. She just is amazing.
The main part is that we're all called to service, and that's what Jesus was about. And so Alana is that for many, not only in the church areas, but in the community, that she makes a difference, that she becomes Eucharist for others, that we're all called to do. We're doing this interview about the beautiful award Footprints, and what a difference that we all can make, an example of what Alana has been for our church, but hopefully as that goes on in the broader community, as she made such a difference and continues to make a difference. And so I hope that she can inspire all of us in many ways. The gifts that Alana has shared with so many of us, I hope that we can not only be grateful for, but that we honor her, but we really honor the heart of Alana and the goodness that she shares with us and our community at large.
Alana is leaving behind a legacy for many different areas of the community, whether it's at the hospital or at Camp Gross, at her church. There just are so many places where she's going to be remembered and alluded to over time.
I don't want it to stop. I'm not saying a farewell. I'm saying keep going. We've got things to do yet.
We love her and we want to keep her.